Alright everybody, welcome to another very special video here on my YouTube channel. Today, we're playing another trophy match. So, we got the 4-0, we're trying to play for the 5-0. I haven't done a lot of trophy matches here as well. I haven't been put into a lot of situations to get a trophy, as I haven't been doing very well in Modern these last few days. Haven't really found a deck that I really loved. So, I'm hoping maybe this is kind of the deck. Shocking event, I end up loving the deck that is kind of the bad guy of the format here. It's doing the things that we all kind of hate, you know, myself included. It's the leyline of the guild pack, combinations with Sign of Draco to make your creatures just hexproof, all the keywords, and really just dominate the board. Leyline also opens the door for 1-mana leyline bindings, you know, off just a fetch land. Also makes your territorial Kavus really large. And our Regavans are actually a lot better right now, as there's not as much scam I've been seeing around. As I say this, it did win the last challenge, but there hasn't been a ton of it. So otherwise, this is just a good old-fashioned mid-range deck that gets to play some control elements, being able to play Force Negation to pitch those extra ley lines that have been laying around, as well as just have some counter spells to protect yourself against big mana and just really anything. I think the deck's really sweet. I'm going to be playing this at the SCG in Atlanta here by the time you see this, probably this week. I just think it's a really powerful deck, and I've enjoyed playing it. That's the main thing. I haven't found a lot of decks in Modern that I've really enjoyed these days. I really don't know why, though, too. You know, there's a lot of deck diversity. Esper Gorios is the other deck that I enjoy playing quite a bit. But otherwise, maybe I'm just ready for a shakeup. Outlaws of Thunder Junction, and then, of course, Modern Horizon 3 will give us that a little bit later. So, all right, y'all, if you are ready to do this, let's play this sweet, sweet trophy match. We got a 4-0. Let's make it a 5-0. Opponent had 61 cards, so that's a pretty tall telling sign these days, as it's Amulet. You know, Amulet is just stock 61 right now. This isn't the best hand against an Amulet deck, and we do have Double Bolt to deal with a Titan. And Force, turn 2, we can be online, but if they have turn 1 Amulet, it kind of does nothing. I'm going to keep. And, you know, there's a small chance it is an Amulet as well, but just somebody memeing. It's honestly not the worst idea to do, to just have, to just play 61. Everyone thinks you're Amulet, but only works online, of course. Alright, so let's get Steam Vents. And Ragavan on the play against Amulet is still good, but if we had a blue card instead of one of these bolts, I think this would be better. But then again, both bolts are good because they're together. Otherwise, separately, they're really bad. So, all right. Well, no Amulet after all that smart talks I was saying. Did not think our Ragavan was going to die there. Okay, so green-white here seems to make a lot of sense. I just need this to be out of bolt range, and that's the only way to do it while still casting this. Your mana is very important. Unless you have Leyline Binding, or excuse me, Leyline of the Guild Pack, then nothing matters and everything is all good. This Territorial Kavu was a huge draw, though, to start looting away some of these you know, not so great cards here. Okay, Dwarven Mine. Interesting. So is this just creativity? That would make sense, I suppose. I'm going to just discard one of these lands. I could have played the other land, but I don't want to go get a tapped Zagoth Triome anyways. That's the only thing to supercharge it. But to protect with Force, that would have been kind of cool. Now the real question is, am I gonna need to force anything? Or would I just like to Ragavan? Or is it better to Ragavan as, you know, like a surprise element? I could go Ragavan, they go Instep Bolt, and I look silly. Or I could try to get use out of this Force, and if I don't get use out of the Force, I can get the Zagoth. Both have punishing outcomes. What do I expect them to do next? Cast a Fable? God, if they cast a Fable, I definitely want a Force. That's the breaker. I would think. I mean, then if they just go land creativity, then I can bolt the creature. So yeah, all right. I'd have to get blue-white, though. floor. Do I really want to force that? Not really. It's a little unfortunate. I mean, I could just to get my force out of the hand and get a white red. No, it has to be blue. Blue red's already in play, so it has to be blue white, which is a bad land to get. Then I can dash Ragavan. Might not actually be terrible. I'm going to do it. I really am not sure about this, but I'm trying to just put the pressure on. I can get blue-white. I could just get an island. Just an island, I think, is fine. Kind of want to just get this out of my hand, essentially. And now I can dash Ragavan while leaving up Lightning Bolt. But if they go Mountain Go... Okay. Had a little bit of a vibe that that could have happened. Now I have the ability to dash while holding up Lightning Bolt, but I no longer need Lightning Bolt. So, I also don't really need Subtlety. Right, this is 6 damage coming in. Plus 6 is 12. So I need one of the bolts to be able to present lethal next turn. I mean, I'm probably not supposed to discard anything here. Yeah, I think I'll keep these cards. Well, that's pretty good. I'll cast that one. Now I can get a red land. It allows me to leave up the same amount of red lands. All right. Oh, Ragavan, you're always up to no good. Now I can present lethal with what I have on the battlefield, plus Ragavan, of course. All right, so this has got to just be Valakut, right? I'm going to do a little off-screen research here. Something you should probably always do is check out if they have any recent... you know, you can just Google their name plus Magic Online and you see kind of what they've been recently crushing with. And a lot of Domain Zoo and Omnath and stuff. So this is they're trying something new essentially. Yeah, none of these have overlaps. Okay, so it's just probably Valakut. I don't know. I'm not sure. Valakut could be creativity, I guess, but it doesn't make a lot of sense. They play Wrens. So I don't know exactly how to sideboard. Either way, I think the constant between all those is that lightning bolts are pretty weak. Pick your poison also doesn't seem necessary. Leyline Binding could be good, could be bad. Fable could be good if they have Blood Moon. I like siding that in. And keeping Force seems reasonable. In case they Blood Moon. And Subtlety if they are a creature deck. And then just Prismatic Endings for Wrens and possible Graveyard. Or not Graveyard Hate, possible cards like the One Ring or Blood Moon. I don't really have a Plains, though, which might be a deck error. I don't know. I don't know enough about what my opponent's playing. We beat them so badly. Okay. It's slow, but I think it's worth a keep. Turn 2 counterspell, turn 3 force, probably turn 4 expressive. While throwing Leyline Binding in the mix somewhere if they play like a Wren or something. Maybe we have to prioritize fetching the blue land, although that's not the biggest deal. Let's see what they're up to. Let's just hope they don't have Ragavan. That would have been bad. Okay, now the question is going to be, would I force a Wren? And I kind of hope I don't have to think about it, but maybe I would while pitching a force. Okay, I don't think I'll force a Farseek. This is probably just Scape Shift. Primeval Titan Scape Shift shenanigans. The 61 cards threw me off. Okay, now do I just want to get Zagoth? Or just get a Scryland? I don't know what I want, so I'm just going to get a Zagoth. It's either Steam Vents untapped or this Flooded Strand. This wants to get red-white to give me the full thing, but I could also get blue-white and still cast this, so alright. We'll do that. We'll either get blue-white or our one Surveil land. Do we counter this Farseek? Since we have mana open and I'd like to use my mana, I think I will. Then again, if they slam Primeval Titan, that is scary. But yeah, I mean, if they're just a Valakut deck, I kind of can't beat Valakut. So I better stop them from ramping. Could have Veil too, and this would be kind of a train wreck. We're going to play this, hold up force. Maybe next turn we'll EI. There it is. I'll pretty much force anything. Dryad lands. Yeah, I mean, sure. It's not the most scary thing, but it is 2 lands if they have like a Dryad or something. Okay. So now if they go Primeval Titan, I can't really do anything about it, except Leyline Bind it. So I might as well Expressive for something. Tapped incorrectly. It's a tilt. Yeah, I should have thought about that. Alright, well, we're in trouble if they have a good hand. Or if they just go like the ring here. I guess the ring isn't bad. I just Leyline Bind it. It's probably a prime time. And I don't think I can beat that. Yeah. Alright. I'm in danger. So they can either 6 me. Well, they're going to 6 me regardless because they can get Valakut +1. Or they hit me for 0 and get 2 Valakuts. That's probably better. Yeah. Well. I don't know what I can do to a Valakut right now. I don't need another one of those. I don't know what I can get in general. Every mountain is going to be devastating. Alright, well, let's do some digging. Alrighty. I guess we can beat some spells, but we can't beat just actual land drops. Can't beat that. All right, our leyline bindings are not great if they're bringing in pick your poisons. I guess it's not the worst if we have, like, turn 1 leyline. Alrighty then. Well. No, they'll still get the trigger, so, yep. That'll do it. That will do. Alright. All the lands add mana, you know, I mean, like, normally this would be kind of good, but it's never going to cost less. To be fair, I think we sideboarded pretty decently, even though I didn't know exactly what we were up against. I don't think I'm going to really make any changes. Guess except prismatic endings are pretty bad. Leyline bindings are bad. I just have bad cards, so maybe I'm supposed to keep bolts. Can't beat the land. I definitely think I want 2 instead of the endings. The pendings are just really bad. Just go like that. Leyline binding can still be good. All right, let's go for a Leyline Scion draw to really show you all the power of this. So far, we've been playing very fair. Ugh. This hand is great if they don't have a lightning bolt. Do we risk it? They have a lightning bolt that's pretty bad. I bet they side him out. All right, I'm going to talk myself into it and probably get severely punished. Regavan, you got a lot of weight on your shoulders. These are hands I like to keep on the draw even without Regavan, though, with the Surveil lands. Now we just have to cross them. No bolt, no bolt, no bolt. No bolt. No. Sick. Okay, so now we can even play Fable instead. Turn 2 Fable is always nice. All right. Now our mana problems are over. Football. I really want to sneak another Fable into this deck. I just think Fable is really good, especially since we're kind of soft to Blood Moon. Where Fable's a kind of sidestep to Blood Moon. You just say, well, whatever. I'll add mana with the Shaman and the Regavans. Explore. Oh, bye-bye Fable. Okay. That's pretty good. Not the worst, but... Okay, so there's probably not going to be a creature that I'm going to need to subtlety this time. So we're going to attack, see if we hit off Regavan. And then maybe I'll just play Scion. I guess I could have did that first, but whatever. It's just first strike. Yeah, because we have Jeskai. We need green-black, which the Zagoth can give. Okay. That will not do anything, but good information to have. So I can also expressive, but I just don't know if it's needed right now. I have to use the treasures to do so. So, yeah, let's go like this. Let's get the Zagoth. Let's just play a Scion for 2. And we'll say go and just leave some mana up. I don't want to see the One Ring, but that's pretty much the only card I'm really afraid of. Otherwise, this is just a good start. They might pick your poison. Sacks a creature with flying. Did you pick Artifact? That's too bad. Pick your poison's pretty good against us. That's a fact. So they can't just put a dwarf in front of this, which is kind of brutal. I guess now they can if you have a fetch land. Hooray. All right, so 2 more treasures. So I have all the mana in the world. And now it's their primetime turn, so hopefully they just go primetime, and we just can't lose. All right, let's see if we pilfer something from them first. Nothing pilfered. Okay, so we'll go blue, red, EI. Okay. Well, it's a little unfortunate. Okay, actually, this is not super unfortunate. I can go Leyline Binding to hand, play a Scion, and then I don't have enough mana to hardcast Subtlety, but I can evoke with the Leyline. And if I don't have to, then I can just play it. Seems okay. Would have rather had a land there, but... Prime time and you have to strip mine yourself? I don't mind that. Get that out of there. That Subtlety's hexproof. All right, and that's a trophy. Let's go. All right, I think the deck is awesome. It's definitely, it feels like a supercharged Murktide to me, and I think Murktide's trash. Sorry, all the Murktide lovers, but it just needed, I like the play pattern of the deck, but it needed that extra oomph. And I think, unfortunately, the Scion and Leyline stuff is definitely it. Let me know in the comments what you think of this deck, y'all. And, let me know in the comments what you think about these kind of individual for YouTube style pieces of content. I want to do more of them. I know people really like the focus on just YouTube content instead of Twitch content being recycled onto YouTube. So I'll be doing that more often. But thank you so much for watching, everyone. Please like, subscribe to the channel so you get notified for more episodes. And I should be posting a lot more stuff here in the near future. So thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.